Hello, everyone, and welcome to Living in Faith. I'm your host, Giovanna Tardarone.
And I am Pablo Sanchez, your co host.
Well, I know, welcome everyone. Today's show, we're going to talk about embracing the real you, your authentic self, right? And it's so important because when we're not living authentically, I can tell you from my own experience that we are running into struggles, right? And we see life as a struggle. And being authentic is so important to just live from a place of peace. So I really want to bring that, it's so important to understand this. And today's topic is about applying living authentically and also having the faith that this is your true self. This is how we're supposed to live. Do and my friend Pablo is doing his best to share with us, even though he may be coughing and not feeling that well. He still wants to do this show and bring his wisdom to us. So thank you, Pablo.
Yes, like Jesus said, I'm very sorry. Kind of losing my voice, but, and I was telling Gigi, part of the reason is because I actually asked God, I asked Him to please give me the voice so I could continue doing my shows in Spanish and in English. And no sooner that I asked that, this happened to me. I
But
really did ask for this, and hey, let's see what happens. I want to have the voice like Earl Nightingale.
as long
That's what
as
I
you
want.
have a nice soft voice and don't strain, I think we can get through the show.
Yes, we have to be genuine.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And that is really what this show is about being genuine and working from, listening to our soul and what our soul wants us to do versus listening to the outside world. Because sometimes, and I know from my own experience, I came here from Italy, and here's a short version of my story. Is coming here from Italy, I went to school. We were bullied, and because we were Italian, we didn't know the English language. So my sister and I decided to change our names. I went from Giovanna to becoming Joanne. And I created a whole new image, a whole new identity. And going through life as Joanne, I know from experience is that one of the reasons why I encountered so many issues in my life is because I wasn't being authentic. I created an identity that, I had to always compare myself to someone else and never be true to myself. And with that being said, I went down this journey of, experiencing bad health, not being at peace, always living in fear. And I believe this is, when we get disconnected to our true self, our authentic self, we find ourselves asking a lot of questions. And then when you get the answers, you get back to your authentic self. That's why now I'm back to Giovanna and Joanne has disappeared. So um, it's so important to realize that if we're not working from our true self, we're living a life that is not peaceful.
Gigi, I went down that road also,
Mm.
and I chose to keep my name as Pablo. I really did. I really did. And I'm very happy that I did because there's too many Pauls out there, not enough Pablos.
That was cute.
But it's giving the opportunity to just be right here with you right now. Uh, uh, we're talking about today is about faith and being authentic.
Mm.
Uh, but I just want to kind of remind everyone that faith is not just about beliefs and it's not about rituals or any of those things. And I truly believe that faith and authenticity go hand in hand.
Yes.
In one hand, yourself, you're giving stuff to God, and when we do that, it's without it is not eh, the best way that I can put it is that when we give ourselves up to God, we have to be completely authentic.
Yes.
It's not that we're doing it or just for the moment because I need you right now.
Right.
I need this
Right.
right now. That's why I'm coming to you. But it's really about going all in and knowing that He's going to provide for you no matter what. It's
Yeah.
about getting to know God. The way you get to know God is getting into the Bible, reading, excuse me,
No, it's okay.
really getting to know God. What you want to do, what we want to do, what I want to do is I want to mimic God. I want to be like Him. And He is, uh, we have to get to know God. When we talk about getting to know that, we have to look at His character. God's character, He's loving, He's a just person, He's merciful, He's faithful. The one true one right here, He's omnipotent, He's
Mm,
the Lord. You have to believe that He's the one that created this universe. When you start reading the Bible, you find out stories about uh, in the whole Bible how faithful He has been when He has made a promise. He has kept His promise. That's God's character.
all truth.
So
Right.
what we want to do is we want to mimic Him. We want to be like Him. We want to be loving. We want to be just. We want to be merciful. And all of those things, they start right here in our mind, our thoughts, our thoughts.
Absolutely. And when you're working from being true to yourself, you can be true to others, right? And you get what you receive. I mean, you get what you give, right? That's what I meant. You get what you give. And if you're giving love because you're working from your higher self, I mean, there's so many names: higher self, true self, the other self. It's that part of you that is working with God's characteristics, right?
Exactly. So when
Yeah.
you want to be authentic, if you're trying to be like God
Mm-hmm.
and be not even get close, but just want His characteristics. You want to be loving. You want to be just. You want to be merciful, faithful. Those are the characteristics I'm saying about wanting to be like Him. But it, the way to do it is really giving yourself all into God. I have done it,
Mm-hmm.
and I have, I have problems just like everybody else. I have a lot of problems, but then I go back into Psalms 118, verse 24. It says, "This is the Lord. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." Right? To me, that is a challenge to shift our focus from our problems to the one that holds the solutions for all the problems.
That's right.
Let's focus on Him. Let's look at how grateful He is. Let's be thankful to Him. And when we start doing that, we're focusing more on God rather than our problems. Next, you know, God fixes all those things automatically. I'm going through something similar right now, really big, and I have not paid any attention to that side because not because I no, it's because I trust God completely that He's going to resolve the whole thing. It doesn't make sense for me to say that I believe in Him, He's going to take care of it for me, but then go on and remind Him time and time again as to what's coming and what's due or anything like that. It
Yeah, I
doesn't make
love that.
sense. So that's the part about being faithful, knowing that God, His characteristics, He will deliver.
Absolutely. And you
What
know that
is it?
you're
What is
working from your
impossible
heart.
for us is completely possible for Him.
Absolutely. And you're surrendering basically, right? You're surrendering to say, that God will find the way. I do know that when you have you're working from a place of love, and you're working from your true self, you're walking down that path with the gifts that you receive, right? We all have gifts to bring to this world. And when we're authentic with ourselves and true to ourselves, we are walking the path of helping to make this world a better place.
Yes. Now, just sticking to the point, what you're saying right now, Gigi, because you're staying on the right path,
Mhm.
because you're thinking about love, you're having all those positive thoughts. By having all those positive thoughts, you're not giving a, a chance for a negative thought to come to you.
Mhm.
So by that's part of controlling your thoughts
Yes.
and having loving thoughts all the time. That is the key right here, is staying with God, knowing that He's just, He's merciful, sticking to Him, and just a real quick one. You know, eh, the Lord is my shepherd, right? Think about Him as a shepherd, right? He has his stick and the round thing right there. Whenever, and we're the sheep, right? And as a sheep, we're going through. He's taking us to the green pastures, right? But next thing you know, we find ourselves looking the other way. It's like it looks greener over there. I could probably get over there quickly, and you get
Yep.
over that way. You
Absolutely.
get over there because it looks greener over there. What does God do? He goes over there, takes you, and brings you right back, right? Now check this out. A lot of us, we were out there thinking that the grass was greener on the other side.
Mhm.
Now you can come back to God right now, and I tell you what, He's a good shepherd. He's not gonna when you come back, He's gonna take a stick and start smacking you. Pa, pa, pa. Bad boy. No, no, no. The picture of God holding the sheep like this. That's the picture that you have to take. God loves you. He wants to bring you back. Don't think that the grass is greener on the other side. Keep your eyes on the shepherd. Keep your eyes on God, and you
Ab-
will see how you continue with those positive thoughts and positive energy, and you continue to be faithful to God, and that's how everything comes back to you. Now, if what is it that the Earl Nightingale says? You become what you think, right?
Of course.
Now, what are we doing right here, right? With talking about faith, we're talking about the characteristics, God's characteristics, and we're just talking about that now. If you stay in rhythm with that, now you can actually become authentic with that, and now you're really mimicking God because you're being Him. And then whenever you have an attack from the devil on the negative side, it, you will not even face you. It will not even touch you because you know to stay with God. That's
And you
that's
know,
that is so powerful right here.
yeah,
Just
yes.
staying in that frequency, staying in that frequency with God,
And how did they do that? How did they do that?
all with prayer, prayer,
Mm. Yeah.
prayer, prayer, order suggestions,
Mhm.
affirmations. Affirmations are big, are big. As you know, I have said it in the past, that the best way that to get into your subconscious mind is either through prayer or when you go to sleep. The only two ways. Now, if you go to sleep thinking about, being loving, being just, merciful, faithful, you're thinking all of those things, those are the thoughts you're going to take with you. Now, if you're mad, if you're angry, you know, I used to think that my mom was kind of a wise woman. Just don't ever go to sleep, angry with your wife. I thought my mom was one. I thought she made that up, right? No, 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 no. It's in the Bible. The
Yeah,
Bible tells you not to go to sleep angry, and the reason why it says that is because you're getting ready. If you go to sleep angry, you're gonna have those angry thoughts. When you get up in the morning, how do you think you're gonna get up?
that's right.
You're gonna get up completely even worse. You're probably having your nightmares, doing crazy things.
And
That's gonna be never. You never go to sleep angry.
I
That's why before you go to sleep, you have to have positive thoughts, loving thoughts,
yes.
and that's how you have control of your thoughts.
And and that, like you mentioned before, if you're angry, that's not love, right? That's not God. That's not having faith. You're on the opposite side. And so, is that your real you? No. The real you is supposed to be happy. If you're connected and you have faith, you're supposed to be happy. So, I love that you said that, because how do you know that you're not connected to your true self? Is when you're vibrating with these low emotions, right? Angry, fear, um, resentment, all these emotions that are going through. It's not the authentic way, right? But we're gonna switch over to our friends because they want to hear what you're saying in Spanish.
Muy buenas noches. Estamos hablando de la fe y cómo podemos ser auténticos con nuestra fe. Eh, Simplemente lo que estoy diciendo es que la fe y ser auténtico es uno, porque cuando uno busca la fe, primero os digo que la fe no es solamente creer en Dios, sí, yo creo en Dios, y ahí hacer un par de rituales que piensan que así es como tengo que ser, porque eso es fe. No, no es nada así. La fe empieza con tratando de conocer a Dios. Entonces, ¿cómo usted le va a conocer a Dios? Empieza leyendo su Biblia. Cuando usted se pone a leer su Biblia, va a encontrar partes del carácter de Dios. El carácter de Dios está en la Biblia. ¿Qué es el carácter de Dios? Dios es amoroso, Dios es justo, Dios es misericordioso y Él tiene una fe. Él también es omnipotente. Omnipotente, ¿qué quiere decir eso? Que cosas que nosotros no podemos hacer, Él lo puede hacer. Omnipotente quiere decir que Él fue el que creó el universo. Solamente Él fue el que creó esto. Omnipotente quiere decir que Dios sabe y usted cree que Dios sabe que su principio y el final, que usted está aquí con un propósito. Eso es la fe. Eso es la fe. Ahora, cuando usted se puede conocerle a Dios y se pone a leer la Biblia, entonces usted ve estas características de Dios, la misericordia que Él tiene, y usted ve que Él, cualquier promesa que ha puesto ahí, Él siempre ha sido fiel y ha entregado lo que Él ha prometido. Eso es lo que vemos y esas son las características de Dios. Entonces, si estamos diciendo que lo que yo quiero ser auténticamente, quiero ser un hijo de Dios, entonces, como hijo de Dios, aquí Dios también se llama el buen pastor. El pastor tiene su varita porque tiene ahí sus ovejas. Cuando está y dice que cuando esté ahí, y las ovejas, aunque estén así tratando de ver al pastor, por dónde está yendo el pastor, una ovejita va a ver que la grama está más verde por el otro lado y como que le gusta irse por allá. Y cuando se va por allá, el pastor coge su ramita y le jala, por eso tiene ese ganchito ahí, el palito de ese, le jala y le trae otra vez para que siga el buen camino del pastor. El pastor es Dios. Entonces, ahora, ¿qué pasa si una ovejita se pierde? Se pierde la ovejita. El pastor le va y le busca a la ovejita. Y cuando la encuentra, el pastor no coge una barra y le coge y se pone a darle ahí. No, no. El pastor le coge a la ovejita y le pone en sus bracitos. Eso es Dios. Ese es el carácter de Dios. Ese es el carácter de Dios. Dios le está buscando. Dios le está buscando. ¿Ok? Ahora, estamos hablando de la fe y cómo ser auténtico, ¿no? Entonces, seguimos viendo en la Biblia el carácter de Dios, amoroso, misericordioso, justo, fiel. Cuando uno ve todo eso y uno se acerca más y más a Él, los pensamientos de cuando viene un ataque del enemigo y el enemigo le va a atacar, el diablo, llamémosle por el nombre, el diablo le va a atacar. Cuando un ataque del diablo venga, es más fácil para usted defenderse porque usted tiene las armas para defenderse. Si usted está leyendo su Biblia, enseguida va a responder con algo de amor, algo así, simplemente. Mire aquí, el Salmo 118:24 dice, este es el día que hizo el Señor, regocijémonos y alegrémonos. Eso es lo que dice ahí. Dice que no importa los problemas que tengamos, que nos alegremos de Él. ¿Por qué? Porque nos está ahorita, eh, nos está diciendo, dejen sus problemas a un lado, alégrense en Dios, porque cada segundo que Él ha creado de ese día, tenemos que agradecerle a Dios. Es un regalo muy precioso de Papito Dios, cada segundo que nos ha dado. O sea, este es un reto para nosotros de olvidarnos de nuestros problemas y creer en Dios. Ahora les he dado varias razones por qué creer en Dios, ¿no? Les he dicho que miren el carácter de Dios. ¿Cuál es el carácter? Amoroso, justo, misericordioso y fiel. Cualquier promesa que le ha hecho, Papito Dios le va a entregar. Cualquier cosa que usted necesite, Papito Dios le va a entregar. Todo empieza cuando uno empieza a vivir en propósito. Usted le ha pedido a Diosito lindo cuál es su propósito aquí en este mundo. Si usted le ha pedido a Dios cuál es mi propósito y Él le ha dicho, he aquí, Él va a cumplir, pero no va a ser fácil porque en cada pasito va a tener pruebas. Son pruebas de su fe. Ahora, si usted sigue aprendiendo más de Dios y usted sigue viendo lo fiel que es, capítulo de la Biblia, capítulo después de cada capítulo de la Biblia, usted ve lo fiel que es Dios. Y aparte de eso, usted puede ponerse a pensar ahorita mismo en toda su vida o en de sus amigos y que vea cuánto ellos pidieron algo y cómo Dios ha cumplido en su vida y todo eso, usted firmemente puede decir que sí, no fue fácil, tuve esas tormentas que vinieron por acá, pero al final, mira, aquí estoy con mi nueva casa, aquí estoy con el amor de mi vida, cualquier cosa que usted desee, es así. Papito Dios es muy fiel, tiene que creer en Él. Y si usted se mantiene con Dios, es muy difícil para que el diablo se acerque a usted. El diablo le ha dicho a los diablitos que ni se acerquen a Pablo porque están gastando tiempo. I just told them, Jesus, says, the devil has told all the little devils that they cannot get close to Pablo because they're wasting the time. The other people they can go after is a lot easier.
That's right, because Pablo is working from his authentic self.
That is
Pablo
completely
is connected to the words of having faith and living from your heart, right? Because when we're not living from the heart, this is when we meet the devil, right?
Cuando yo le pregunté a Dios qué es lo que tenía que hacer, Él me dijo que yo tenía que servir.
Mm.
Yo no sabía qué es lo que quería decir eso, pero después servir para mí es lo que estoy haciendo. Tengo el canal Viviendo en Fe 111 y ya tengo más de 400 videos. Y bueno, eso está creciendo porque todo el mundo quiere escuchar sobre Dios. Yo estoy sirviendo a Dios. Es lo que estoy haciendo. Cheesy.
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. I know, everything that you shared, even though I don't understand Spanish, I catch words here and there, and I know you're sharing with them the importance of just always having that faith and being connected to what's true to us, what makes us feel good. And that's the connection to God and honoring that, right? If we don't honor that the minute that we wake up, I truly feel this is why we get to have a day that's full of worries, fears, and doubts because we're not honoring our
All of
truth.
those things are from the devil. All those things that you mentioned are from the devil. But if you take the story of the shepherd and you're following the
Yeah.
shepherd and you stay focused with the shepherd, he's going to take you to greener pastures, and it's going to be
It's
completely
it's
awesome.
it leading you to connecting to yourself, knowing what you really truly deserve and what you want. Because this is where we go on the path of finding out our purpose and why we're here. It's only when you're being true to yourself and you're embracing your authentic self. So, with that being said, we're going to take this to a landing. Any final words?
No, definitivamente, si seguimos con el carácter de Dios y le seguimos a Él, eh, todos sus deseos se van a hacer realidad.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. Remember, embracing the real you is the only way to be, right? And thank you, Pablo, for sharing the space with me today. I appreciate you. And until next time, everyone, we'll see you next week. Bye bye.
Thank you very much, Gigi. My cough went away.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much.
Gigi.
Bye bye. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.